So since I've had some audio issues recently, I'm just doing a quick audio test now before we start. If you can let me know in the chat if this is working okay. Right, I think we are live. Good evening, everybody. Thank you very much for joining me. Hopefully the audio is working okay. Hopefully the visuals are okay as well. Let me know if everything looks okay for you. And welcome to a second video that I'm doing for Distilled. Last week I did a 3-player tutorial and playthrough, and tonight we're going to be looking at the solo game. Now I'm not going to be doing a tutorial of the base game. So if you want to learn how to play Distilled, I did the video last week where I taught Rick and Emily how to play. I am going to be explaining how the solo game works, but if you haven't seen my other video on how the normal game works, then some of this might be a little bit confusing. So we're going to jump in to the details, assuming you know how to play the base game. We are playing over 7 rounds as normal. We're going to track the rounds on this board, and just before we start, a quick reminder, Dave Beck has informed me that this is the original prototype board. This is going to be combined with this board, and it's going to be half the size. Okay, so that's one thing that I did want to mention. This is a prototype. It looks very nice, but it is still a prototype. And while we're talking about prototypes, this is the rules as they are at the moment. I don't think they're going to change, but please be aware that if you watch this video in a year's time or a year and a half time when the game comes out and you say, Paul, you did something wrong. These are the rules as they are at the moment, and these are the cards that they are at the moment. Things might change between now and the actual final production of the game. I'm not sure. Dave will know in the chat how close this is to final. So, as I was saying, we play over 7 rounds. Now, there are 3 types of solo game in my opinion. And I'm keen to know what you think on this. I'm just going to tidy up from the last time I played. I just realised that the board is still got things on it from the last time I played. So there's 3 types of solo game in my opinion. I've been playing a lot of solo games over the last couple of years actually. I started playing solo games before lockdown happened, but then I've been playing a lot more since lockdown happened. So anyway, the first type of solo game is where you don't play against any automated opponent. You just play to score as many points as you can get. Now I've got a number of those games and I enjoy those games, but that is one variant of a solo game. Another one is where there is an automa AI player with some clever AI which requires a bit to manage, and you're actually playing against a simulated opponent and you're trying to beat that opponent. Those games I personally find a little bit fiddly, depending on how fiddly the AI is. And then there is a third type of solo game, and that's what you're going to see here. Okay, so in this solo game, designed by David Digby, who is in the chat. Now, David's a friend of mine, so I do need to just mention that beforehand, that David is a friend of mine, in case you think there's any bias in what I'm saying here. There isn't. But in this game, it's neither of the other two. Well, it's kind of a bit the first one, right? First of all, there isn't an automated opponent. I'm not playing against another player. I am playing with a set of goal cards. Now, you will notice these goal cards here, and I actually have a preset. Is it this one? It's this one. Let's get that out. Right, okay. Is that bright enough? Because that actually looks a bit dark to me. Let me know if that's bright enough. I can turn it up a bit if I need to. So what we've done is we've got these goal cards. Now, these are only in the solo game. Okay, you do not use these in the multiplayer game. And there are 3 piles of cards, A's, B's and C's. Now, there are certain ones you take out at the start of the game. So you choose which identity you want to play. That identity has a particular region on it. So I'm from Europe. I'm playing Angus Dougal from Scotland, which is in Europe. So you take out all of the cards that aren't for Europe. Right, so Brett's saying it is a little dark. I thought it was a little dark, so I'm just going to increase the brightness now, just before we go any further. There you go. How's that? Is that better? Hopefully that's a little bit better. Right, okay, so yeah, you take out all of the cards for the Americas and for Asia and the Oceanics, because I'm playing a European distiller. And then what you do is you divide them into A's, B's and C's. Now you'll notice at the top there are 2 A's. These are the main ones. These are the main objectives. Then we've got the C cards, which are there, and here. And then we have B cards across the middle. So they're all shuffled and they're all laid out like this. And then what you do is you reveal row 1, row 3 and row 5. And there's a little barrel that I'm using here to signify where we start. So in order to win at the solo game, I must achieve 1 goal on each row. Now I start off at the bottom and I can only achieve one of these 2. And then when I've done that, I will claim it and I'll put a coin on it to show that I've claimed it. And then I will reveal these 2. And now from here, I can go to there. Okay. Now I think you can go sideways. Richard is in the chat. Richard Woods was one of the developers of the game. Richard will let me know if you can go sideways as well. But basically, what you're trying to do is you're trying to progress upwards. And once you have done 1 goal of each level, you may win the game. Okay, so now what you need to do now is, first, there's 2 things you need to do to win the game. One of them is you need to complete a goal on every single row. The next thing is you will note the goals on the top row and the goals on the middle row have a big red number on them. You add those numbers together for the goals that you completed, and that is your minimum score. If you don't have that score at the end of the game, then you don't win. So it is a combination of those 2 things. You've got to get 1 goal on each level, and you've got to have the combined victory points of the 2 cards. Has Richard replied? Richard hasn't replied. And David's got his sound off, so David can't hear. But we'll find that out, hopefully, before we start playing, whether you can go sideways or not. Richard says, yes, you can score a goal next or above one that you've already scored. Right, okay, so that's useful to know. You can customize the difficulty as well. Just in case you're thinking that it's going to be too easy, you can actually customize the difficulty and make it harder for you. Anyway, that is what we're going to be doing today. Now, let's have a look at these goals, because I think the first thing you need to do, not being an expert at the solo game, but you need to look at one of these 2, because remember, in order to win, you have to complete a goal on every level, on every row, and these are the difficult ones. So I need to look at these at the start of the game and decide which one of those I'm going to be going for, because if I wait too long, if I wait till like round 5 or 6 to decide which one I'm going for, it'll be too late. So we've got collect 2 labels from each of 3 different regions. And remember that any label that I get with the home icon on counts as Europe, because that's where I'm from. So that's that one. And this one is to collect 4 aged spirit labels. Now, I've set this up this afternoon. I've already decided that's the one I'm going to go for. Now, that one, I think, is a particularly difficult one, because in the games that I've played so far, and I've only played it a couple of times, but getting an aged spirit is actually a lot of work. And to get 4 of them in 7 rounds seems hard. But that's the one I'm going to be going for in the end. Now, you can't just look at that one. You do need to look at the others as well and decide where you're going to go. And I have had a look at them. Right, now, let's do the setup. Setup is as normal. The market is as normal. The basic market is as normal. What you do is you set up, you use all of the spirit labels, right? Now, if you're observant, you may notice that there isn't all of them there. That's because some of them are slightly misplaced, but you use all of the spirit labels up there. Now, my character starts with a yeast and a water, start with a glass bottle and a metal barrel, and we're going to start playing. So we play pretty much as normal. There's a couple of changes, but I'll explain them as we go along. So round 1, we start off in the market phase. My character only has 2 money. I think it's 2 money. 2 money. So you never have very much money at the start of the game. And we need to look at what I'm going to buy. Now, if I've decided I'm going for this one, and the reason why I've decided I'm going for this one is my character gets a bonus when I'm aging spirits. I can draw 2 flavour cards instead of 1. So that's why I've decided to go down that one. Now, of course, it might all go horribly wrong, at which point we might switch to the other one. But so I'm going to be needing wooden barrels. Wooden barrels are very expensive, but I'm going to need a wooden barrel for every single spirit that I distill, which requires aging, which is basically, Yeah, these 4. Plus, I need to buy one of them. I don't have these recipes at the start of the game. I only know how to make vodka and moonshine. So I'm looking at the board and I'm thinking, well, I've only got 2 money. The only thing I could buy right now from the premium market is this mason jar. Ooh, this is going to work. This is good. It only costs me 1, but when I sell, I get 2 money back. So it'll pay for itself. And if I sell moonshine, I get 4 instead. Totally buying it. Okay, so I'm spending 1 and I'm buying the mason jar. That goes into my storeroom. Everything slides down as normal. Okay, I'm not buying anything more from the premium market, but you can buy 2 things from the basic market every round. So what am I going to buy? Now, I have water and I have yeast. That isn't enough to make a spirit. I need at least 1 sugar of these 3, so I'm going to buy some mixed grains. And because you can only buy 2 cards from the market, when you're playing the game, it's recommended that you put these in a different location. What we did last time we played is we just put them in the washback, because then you keep track of the 2 cards that you buy. In a solo game, you're probably going to be able to remember. So mixed grains, and I'm also going to buy a yeast, because every time you buy yeast, you get a coin. Right, there you go. That is the market phase done. Now, at the end of the market phase in a multiplayer game, you remove the rightmost card here and put them into the truck. In the solo game, it's slightly different. You may notice here I have some B cards. These are the remaining B cards that were not used in the game. These have been shuffled, but we don't look at the top one. We remove the top one, and it's the next one. If you look carefully, you will see that there are some X's on that card. That tells me which of these cards to get rid of in addition to the right-hand row. Now, I have a suggestion, and as I say, this is a prototype copy, but if David, Dave, or Jonathan are listening, I was suggesting that you put blue X's in the right-hand column as well, just so it's clear. Just my idea. If you go with it, I'll have 50%. So we're getting rid of those, and we're getting rid of that one, that one, that one, and that one. And that is to simulate the fact that other players, if this was a multiplayer game, would be taking cards. So that's what that's for. And then we replenish as normal. It's good because you cycle through the cards a bit quicker. Let me just turn the sound down on my computer. Dave says good call. So yeah, if you use my idea, Dave, I'm in for 50% of the profits on the game. I think my current arrangement is 50% of the profits for every 1 good idea I have. I think that's the deal that I've made with you. I might be wrong. Right, that's the end of the market phase. Now we go into the distill phase. Now, there is a rule at the start of the distill phase, which I didn't think you would use that often, because when I was first playing this game, I didn't fully understand why you would use this rule. However, the last couple of times I've played it, this rule has been absolutely essential. So I think this is a rule which came out in playtesting, I'm guessing, but it is very important. At the start of the distill phase, any player may exchange one of their cards in their hand, one of their cards from their board, for any card from the market of a basic value or lower. And I used it this afternoon because I had a card worth 4 and I needed a wood barrel. So yeah, it's absolutely essential that you remember that rule. At this stage, do I want to swap anything? I do not, but just mentioning that rule is there if I wanted to swap anything. Yeah, I don't. So we're all good. Right, now we go to the distill phase, and I am going to distill. We're going to use all of this. So you have to use at least 1 yeast, you have to use at least 1 water, and you have to use at least 1 sugar. I'm going to put all of this in. We're going to throw it into the vat. We get 1 alcohol because we've used 1 sugar, and I'm going to mix it up, and I'm going to hope that I make moonshine. I'm either going to make moonshine or vodka. I don't know which one I'm going to make, because it all depends which card gets taken out. In fact, I don't want to put the second yeast in, because I want the mixed grains to come out. Yeah, so by leaving the yeast there, remember, you only need at least 1 yeast. So I've done it, but now I have a 50-50 chance. If I'd have left it in, I would have only had a 40% chance. Okay, so here we go. I want the grains to come out. Let's see. So take the top and the bottom card off, and nope, the grains haven't come out. That's a shame. We've made vodka. So we've made vodka. It's not very good vodka. But that is vodka because it has some mixed grains in it. It's non-alcoholic vodka as well. Well, it's low alcohol vodka. So I'm going to put it in my starting barrel. I'm going to take a vodka label, and then we go to the sell phase. So in the sell phase, you have to sell vodka. So let's put it in a glass. Now, do I want to put it in the mason jar? No, I don't. I'm going to save the mason jar for hopefully when I make moonshine. Normal glass bottle. Yes, porridge vodka. Exactly what it is. So we get, let's have a look. We get 1, 2 money, plus vodka is an extra 1. So we've gained 3 money. 1, 2, 3. Points, none for my cards, but vodka is worth 2 points. So there you go. Okay. The glass bottle and the metal barrel go back. My mixed grains and my yeast go back to there. I now choose where to place this on here. Now, let's have a look because, oh, look at this. The ex-bourbon hogshead. That is super expensive. But, yeah, I'm going to take that. So I'm going to take a free item and I'm going to have the ex-bourbon hogshead. There you go. Done. Those slide down. There you go. And that is the end of the round. Okay? Because we sold, I can't do a spirit tasting day, so we just move on to round 2. And off we go. Right, round 2. Market phase. Let's have a look. I want to be distilling something again, and ideally I want to distill moonshine this time. So I don't really want any... Yeah, I want the sugar to come out. I just want to be left with everything other than sugar. So I think I can do this. Yeah, it's 50-50 again. I don't want to keep making vodka the entire game, but let's go for it. Let's go for it. Now, let's just check these. Collect 2 different spirit labels. Sell a spirit worth at least 8 SP. That's quite hard to do for a C1. Okay. Let's just have a look at these again, because I've got to do one of these 2 to start with. Collect 2 different spirit labels. So if I produce vodka again, I can't do that one. Sell a spirit worth at least 8 points. That's really difficult for a C1. Has that changed, Dave, or is that still 8 SP? Because that's really difficult. Certainly here, up here it'd be fine, but down here it's actually really difficult. So what am I going to do in the market phase? I've got 5 money. Let's have a look at the upgrades. Large stories, worm tub is really nice, but it costs 6 and I've only got 5. The metal rick house is really nice. It's all really nice. A lot of this stuff is quite good. And we have a jug, which is extra points. What do we need? What do we need to make something? I need a sugar. So I think I'm going to take a mixed grains. Let's try it again. I'm going to take a mixed grain. And I'm also going to take... So I'm going to put that there because that's one of my... In fact, I'll keep that in hand. That's one of the 2 things that I bought from the basic market. What else do I want to buy? I do like the metal rick house because I'm going to be aging 4 wines. So that's going to get me more points. But it is 5. It's expensive. It is very expensive. Do we just save up? Do we just save up? I think we might. I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to buy a water. Because whenever you buy a water, you get to look at the top card of one of these 3 decks, and then you may buy it. No. If I don't buy it, you put it to the bottom of the deck. Right, there we go. Okay, now, I've still got 5 money, and at some point, I want to learn how to make whiskey. But because I'm not making it this turn, I'm going to wait. And I'll learn it next turn. Okay, right. We're distilling. Before we distill, I'm going to get rid of this card. And we're getting rid of the whole right-hand row. That one, and that one. Okay, and these slide down. And these go on here. And they go there. Right, there's another barrel. Now you can buy normal wooden barrels here, but the ones here are better. Right, distill phase. Do I want to swap a card? I don't think I do. No. I do not want to swap a card. So we are distilling. So here we go again. I'm going to do the same thing again. 1 yeast, 1 water, 1 mixed grain. I'm adding an alcohol in and we're going to go for it. What's the problem at my end? Anybody else's stream keep jumping? There's nothing else running on my machine. So if it's jumping for everybody else, I'm not sure why it is. Let me just move my hand around. It all looks okay at my end. Yeah, jumping in the video, not sure. We have had internet issues last week. I've rebooted the router. It's been okay for the last couple of days, but the heat, everything is melting in the UK. So it could be that the house is literally melting around us. Right, here we go. I'm going to remove the top and the bottom. And again, this 50-50 chance. I want to make moonshine. No. Come on. Yes! Awesome. Right. So we have made moonshine, or alcoholic water, as we call it. But it's moonshine because there's no sugars in it. There we go. So I've made moonshine. I'm going to put that in my metal barrel, and then I'm going to sell it straight away. And this time I'm going to sell it in my mason jar. Okay. So selling. 4 money, 5 money, 6 money, 7 money. Look at that. 7 money. I'm rich. Okay. Points. Oh, moonshine is also worth another 2. But I've got no points on my cards, but moonshine is worth 1 point. Right. Now the mason jar, because it's a jar, you actually keep this until the end of the game, but I'm going to discard it. The reason is you only keep jars at the end of the game if they've got icons on them for regions. That doesn't. So I'm going to move that to one side. Right. The metal barrel goes back, the alcohol goes back, the water goes back. And where am I going to put this label? I think we are at the stage now where I am going to take my signature ingredient. Okay? So I'm going to take my beer, however you pronounce it, this one, that's going to go into there. No, it's not. It's going to go into there. Okay. Right. Now, I have 2 different labels. I have vodka. So if I wanted to, I could do this. And I am going to do it. We're going to claim this goal. So I'm going to mark it with a coin. And I get 1 point and $1. And because I've claimed this one, I get to reveal these 2. Okay, now from here, I can go sideways or I can go up to either of those. Sell a spirit worth at least 8 and sell a spirit with at least 2 water. Right. Well, I'll be looking at doing those next time. It is pronounced bear. An ancient barley from Scotland, what single malt used to be made with. There we go. Thank you very much. Oh, and Board Game Ramblings is here in the chat, but has got to go. Thank you for joining in. Right. So I need to decide which of these I'm going to do next. Now, if I do that one, then I can only do that one and that one. And that's tricky. Sell a spirit containing at least 6 alcohol. Now, there is a special thing that you can do by swapping some things around. I was going to explain that later. Sell a spirit with at least 2 water. I can probably do that. Yeah, I can. That's the one I'm probably going to go for next. And 4 flavors, that's really hard. Okay, end of the round. Round 3. Market phase. Here we go. Do I want to try and make my signature recipe this round? I need a barley and 2 other grains. I've got the wooden barrel to put it in. I have the grains here. I think I'm going to try and do it because the earlier I do it, the more flavour I can get into it. And yeah, let's try and get some water into it. And because that's selling it. Ah, right. No. We have a tricky problem here. These two are all about selling. If I decide to make my signature recipe this turn, I will not be selling. So that's fine. I'll just ignore that for this round. Yeah, that's what we're going to do. We've got the barrel to put it in. Are there any of those upgrades that's going to help me? Yes. The coppersmith is going to help me. And the worm tub is going to help me. Oh, something just flickered then on my computer. So, yeah, apologies if there is some interruptions on the video. I don't know, but my whole screen just went off. I'll tell you what I'll do. If it is getting to be a problem, if there's lots of lag, people are reporting lots of lag, I can, if you just bear with us, I can actually stop the stream, restart it again, and it will carry on from where we left off. So I will just do that. I will be back in 30 seconds. All right, I think we're back. Let me know if we're back. I basically stopped the stream and restarted it again. Hopefully that's fixed it. Always the case, but yeah, let me know if it's back again. As I say, I stopped the stream and restarted it. It's back. Okay, so I don't know what you missed. I can see there's lots of people posting jokes in there. But yeah, my screen flickered and it appears, I don't know, I've never had that before. As I say, everything's melting in the UK at the moment. So what was I saying? I've completely forgotten what I was saying. I'm trying to work out the order in which I'm going to do these and whether I'm going to be buying anything else. I've learned to make whiskey and I'm tempted to put everything into this, but I don't need to put everything into this. My plan is I'm going to make my signature recipe and I am going to leave it for like 3 or 4 turns and then I'm going to sell it here. But I need to be very, very careful that I don't wait too long because I don't know what these 2 cards are going to be. And it has to have 4 flavours. So let's have a look at the barrel that I bought. Right, the barrel is going to get a flavour on it. This isn't going to get me any extra flavours, but I'm thinking, oh, if there was a piece of equipment that got me extra, like the metal rick house, yeah, that's what I want. That's what I want. Yeah, my computer's been drinking. Jonathan's here from the Hexy Beast. Thank you very much for joining in, Jonathan. Okay, we got all this money. We need to be spending it. We need to do something. So let's buy this because that's quite good. I spend 2, I buy that. We slide down, we get a new one. It's wheat. Do we buy that as well? What 2 things are we going to buy from the market this turn? Do we buy a wooden barrel? Because I am going to need more barrels. I don't want to leave myself short because I'm not selling. The other critical thing with this game, there is a flow to this game where you spend your money, you buy stuff, you then distill a spirit and you sell it and you get money. Sometimes you won't sell. And this round I am not going to be selling, which means I'm not going to be getting in money. So you need to be very, very careful with your money. So I'm looking at this and I'm thinking, I'm not going to put the alcohol in. I think we might go for that one. That's next round. That's the one we're going with next round. Okay, this round, we want to put everything in. Or do we? No, we don't. We don't. We just need that. We just need 4 flavours. 4 flavours is going to be tricky. It means I'm going to put 2 in this round. Then it's going to age on 4. Then it's going to age on 5. No, 2 in this round. It's going to age on 4. It's going to age on 5. I'm going to sell it on 6. That means I only have 1 round to do that. And we don't know what those 2 are. That's risky. This as a B card, 4 flavours, is really hard. It dropped out momentarily again, did it? Okay. There's nothing I can do, I'm afraid. I think my PC is working fine. I think it is just the weather. But thank you for bearing with us with the technical glitches. So hopefully we're back. Hopefully we are back. Right, so Yeah, this is a tricky one. I'm now thinking that selling a spirit with at least 4 flavours, I might go here instead, because selling a spirit worth at least 15, I think this is a lot easier. Because yeah, 2, 3, 4, sell it in round 6. That's not enough time. Again, prototype, I don't know if this is going to be changed, because 4 flavours in the middle seems really hard. I mean, if I had the metal rick house, it'd be a lot easier. I'd be able to sell it on round 5 and then we've got plenty of time. So, change of plan. I'm going to go this way. But this round I'm still going to make my thing, but I'm going to make it good. So, we are going to take some more mixed grains. So that's my first one. And we're going to take some more mixed grains. So they are the 2 things that I bought from here. And I'm also going to spend... Do I spend 3? No, I'm not going to spend. I'm going to save me money because I'm not going to have enough money next turn. Okay, we are done. I think we are done. Right. End of the... You can see this is thinky, right? This is a thinky game. And I'm having to think about what it is that I'm doing, and I'm planning ahead for next round. And I'm actually planning ahead for the round afterwards as well. It's a good combination of reacting to the market and what's coming out and the opportunities, but also planning ahead for being able to do these goals. So, end of the market phase. That goes, that goes, that goes. And the next card means that that goes, and that one, and that one, and that one. Right, let's slide everything along. And let's get some new ones. Apples. Right, now then. Start of the distill phase. Do I want to swap a card for anything that's there? I don't think I do. No, I think I'm happy with the cards that I've got. So, what are we going to distill? Is it going to be all of this? I think it is. We are going to put all of this in. Okay? So we've got 1 water, we've got 1 yeast, we've got some alcohol that was left over from before, and we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 sugars. So 5 sugars are going in, which means 5 alcohol goes in. And all of this gets mixed together. Okay. Sebastian's here asking what we're all drinking. Well, I'm drinking water. We did have ice in it until about 3 seconds ago. Jaffa Cake rum does exist. Yes, it does. It does indeed. Right, here we go. We don't want our barley to come out. If our barley comes out, we have a problem. I mean, we'll just go for whiskey instead. Right, bottom one is mixed grains. Top one is alcohol. We're fine. Right, so we have made our specialist signature recipe, single malt Scotch whiskey. It needs to have 2 grains and barley. There's the bare barley. There's the other grain. There's the other grain. Enough. We have made single malt Scotch whiskey, which I am going to put in the ex-bourbon hogshead, and we can't sell it, so we're aging it. Now, when you age it, it normally gets 1 card. My special ability means that I draw 2 cards instead of 1 and choose which one goes in. So do I want it to taste salty or peaty? We'll have it tasting peaty. And it gets a second one. Now, I'm not clear, and Dave or Richard might help me out on this, but I'm now putting a second card on it because of the barrel. Do I get the ability of the of my character a second time for that one? I don't think I do, so I'm going to add a face down one to the bottom, but let me know. Yes, yeah, you're absolutely right. It is a bottle of moonshine. I don't know whether I've ever had moonshine. I mean, I know moonshine, I've heard of it, but I don't actually know if you can buy it in the UK. Anyway, the second one is blind. Right, that's what I've done. There's a second one. So there's 2 flavour cards on that. That has now been aged. That is the end of the round. So the downside of not selling is that I didn't put a spirit label on here, which means I didn't get the benefit, I didn't get the money. But if you don't sell, then there is an option at the end of the round. And again, this is another thing that you might forget about. But if you do not sell at the end of the round, you can have a spirit tasting thing. You can open up your distillery and have people come around and taste spirits. Basically, you can trade your points for cash on a 1-to-1 basis, up to 4 of them. You don't buy moonshine, you make it. Well, I don't know. You might be able to buy it. I don't know. Down the local Aldi. So now, personally, I think, hang on a minute, I don't want to spend my valuable points on getting money. But I tell you what, the game that I played this afternoon, I lost. And the reason I lost is because on the penultimate round, I didn't spend 2 points to get the 2 money that I needed to buy the card that I needed. So don't forget about that rule. End of the round, if you do not sell, only if you don't sell, you can spend up to 4 points to get that amount of cash. Do I want to do it right now? I don't think I do, because I kept cash over. But what am I planning to do this turn? This turn, I am planning to sell a spirit with at least 2 water in it. That's what I'm planning to do. I don't know whether I'll be able to or not. Oh, I've just realised. Yeah, we have a bit of a problem here. Because I don't have enough water. This is going to be interesting. Right, so anyway, I am not going to trade points. So that is it. That is the end of the round. That was round 3. We're on round 4. Market phase. I've got 8 money. I know how to make whiskey. I haven't made whiskey yet. But I learnt that because that was the backup in case this didn't work. So I'm going to spend 3 of my... Oh, let's have a look at the... I can add alcohol. No, I think I'm just going to spend 3 money to buy the Mountain Spring water. Because it's an extra water. Then I'm going to buy some water from here. And I'm going to look at the top card of here. And it is sugarcane, which I'm going to put to the bottom because that's too expensive for me. Which for some reason I've just put face up. It should have been face down. So if I'm planning to do this, I need a yeast. Yeah, so I have to take a yeast because I don't... Oh no, alcohol can count as yeast. We might be onto a winner here. I'm going to take some more water and look at this card. And it is apples, which again I'm putting to the bottom of the deck. That shouldn't be there. That should be there. So that's my 2 cards bought from the basic market. I've still got 6 money. The alcohol is going to count as yeast. Do I want to spend anything else? This is a tricky one. I think... Yeah, I'm going to spend 3 money to buy some of this premium wheat. There's more premium wheat. Do I want to buy more of it? Yes, let's do it. I'm going to spend another 3 to buy some more premium wheat. This might be crazy. Oh, turbo yeast. Right, we're done. End of the market phase. We are going to reveal another card. It tells me to get rid of those 3. And then we're going to get rid of that one. And that one. And that one. Okay. It's interesting because the last game I played, I bought 3 upgrades. In this game, I haven't bought any. And at this stage, we're on round 4. I'm probably not going to now, because a lot of these upgrades are really good when you get them early on in the game. But at this point in the game, I'm thinking, probably not worth it. Right, start of the distill phase. Do I want to exchange a card? See, if I was really desperate, I could exchange this wheat for some water. I'm not going to, but I'm just saying, if I was really desperate. So we are going to distill. We are going to try and make vodka. Well, we're trying to make a spirit with at least 2 water. So I'm going to put 3 water in. And the alcohol as if it was yeast. And I think I'm just going to put in this mixed grain. I think I'm going to save these. So why did I buy them? Ugh. If I put them in, there'll be more alcohol with us. No, let's put them in. I changed my mind. I put them in. So there's 3 sugars gone in, which is 3 alcohol. Yeah, I could have traded the mixed grains for water. Did I want to do that? Did I want to trade the mixed grains for water? No, I think we're okay. But I see what you're saying. If I do, I am guaranteed to sell a spirit with at least 2 water. But I think I'm going to take the odds. The odds are quite good. Quite good. But yes, I could have done that. That's a good point. Right, let's give it a shuffle. Let's mix it all around in that vat. Or the washback, as it's called. Okay, we are going to remove the top and the bottom. And if they are both water, it's not going to work. Gulp. It's not, it's alcohol. Right, so we've done it. We have made vodka. Yeah, we've made some vodka. So we get a label. I'm going to put it in a barrel and we're going to put it in a glass bottle because we are going to sell it straight away. So let's work out how much money we get. Vodka is a base price of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 money. Oh, okay. So here's my question. Can I do both of these at the same time? There is my rules question for Richard or Dave. Points. Vodka is worth 2 points. 3, 4, 5. 5 points. 5 points for my vodka. My glass bottle goes back. My metal barrel goes back. The wheat goes there. Let's put all these back. And then I'll get an answer in the chat. So, I've definitely done one of them. It's whether I can do both of these at the same time. So the goals are sell a spirit worth at least 8 and sell a spirit with at least 2 water. And I've just done both of those at the same time. So the question is, can I claim both of them? And if I can, I will do that one first and then that one. I'm definitely doing that one and getting myself another 2 points. But the question is, can I do the other one first? And then I'm going to put this on one of my things. Now, which one do we want? Oh, there's some very nice barley there. Do we want a recipe? I don't think we do want a recipe. I could trade for something from here. I've just worked out. I need to be distilling whiskey for the rest of the game. Yeah. Yeah, it's going to be whiskey for the rest of the game. Right, so what I'm going to do. So Richard says each spirit can only be used to score a single cell goal. Right, thank you very much. So I've gone for that one. I've got the points. I'm now there. And we're now here. Right. So what am I going to do? I am going to take this one, which allows me to trade 1 card from the pantry. So I'm going to trade the water from the pantry for the worm tub, which is great. Like the worm tub. Yep, there you go. So that's gone on there. And that's the sell phase done. We now get the aging phase where I get 2 cards. I look at them. I'm going to take coriander rather than leather. So my My single malt Scotch whiskey now tastes of coriander as well. That's gone on there. That has aged a bit more. We now go on to round 5. Okay. Yeah, only way to score 2 sell goals is to sell 2 different spirits. Right, gotcha. So, how many flavours has this got? It's got 3 flavours. I still think that's too hard. There you go. You know, I've played the solo game once. I'm an expert at it. But we might look at selling that soon because it's at least worth 15. Is it worth 15? I think it's worth 15. It'll be worth 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Now I've put that one on 10, 11, and I've put that one on 12. Actually, it's not worth 15. It's probably worth 13 or 14. I need a better bottle. If I sell it in a better bottle, then I can sell it here. Oh, I'm going to have to do this, aren't I? Because there's no way I'm going to be able to sell something for 15 this turn. Yeah, plus the bottle. Yeah. So I think I'm going to have... Oh, this is... Yeah, it's only 1. It's points, but it's only 1 money, which is just as good as my bottle. So that's no different. I probably want something that's worth 2, like this one. The vintage decanter bottle. That's really good. It's expensive, but we're going to have to do it. We are going to have to do it. So we're in the market phase of round 5. Here's the things I need to do this turn. I need to sell this. I need to make sure it's worth 15 in order to get that goal. The other option is that I don't sell till round 6 when this will have 4 flavours on it, which is worth even more points. In fact, I'll just leave it here. But then I'm moving up on round 6. That's not enough time to do these. I don't know what these are. This is what's worrying me, as I've got 3 goals here and I don't know what they are. So options are, sell that this turn, try and make it worth at least 15, and then I've got an extra round to go for those goals. That's what I'm going to do. So I'm going to spend 5, and we're going to buy the vintage decanter bottle, which is excellent. I'll just zoom in so you can see this. It's really good. It's like one of those Chinese cats, Japanese cats, whatever. Anyway, I bought that. It's a better bottle. It's worth loads of points. Oh, barrels. I need more barrels. Oh, no. Right. Okay. We need to make a whiskey this turn. In order to make whiskey, I need to distill something that has 2 grains in it. I only have alcohol. And I need a wooden barrel. I can't do this. I think I might have messed this up, which means I've lost, because if I can't do this one, I'm too late to do this one. Right now, all of my labels are from Europe. It is too late for me to get 2 labels from each of 3 different regions. I physically can't do that by the end of the game. So, did I forget to refresh the market? I'm still in the market phase. Yeah, that's why I've not refreshed the market yet. I will refresh the market at the end of the market phase, but I'm still in the market phase at the moment. I might undo this taking of the worm tub, because I think I've lost the game if I don't. Let's have a look. Yeah. I'm gonna undo something, because otherwise it's game over and I can't win. So instead of taking the worm tub, I'm going to take another ex-bourbon hogshead premium barrel. Okay, there you go. So what I need to do this turn is I need to make whiskey. I've got the barrel. It just magically arrived in my storeroom. But I need some other stuff. Oh, I need 2 grains. Oh, it's still going to be... It's still going to be difficult. This isn't a definite. This is absolutely not a definite. Yeah, if you think this is an easy game, this is not. This is interesting. This is a challenge. It is a puzzle. And it's a puzzle where you have to react to what's going on. Because there is barley there. I think I'm going to have to buy that. I don't think I have any other choice. I don't think I've got another choice. Turbo yeast. I was looking at turbo yeast. It is yeast. So that saves me buying one of these. And it gets an extra alcohol, which means I've less chance of the grains coming out. So I think we'll do it. Let's do it. I'll probably undo it if it's wrong. Right, so I've spent 3 and I've bought the turbo yeast. So there's the yeast. There's the water. Okay. And I take 2 mixed grains from here. So that's the 2 cards from here. That gives me 3 money. That's not enough to buy more grains. So this is a big risk. This is a very big risk. Yeah, I don't have enough money for that and the barley. I'm 1 short. Are there things that I can do? I don't think there is. I don't think there's any clever shenanigans that I can do here. I think we just have to buy the canister bottle and trade it for a mixed grain. That's what I was looking at. If I can buy something from the market just to swap it for something else, this is why you use that rule. So I'm going to do it. I'm going to spend 2 to buy the canister with no intention of keeping the canister. Right, I've got 1 money left. That is it. That is the end of the market phase. So we're now going to do the refresh. So we get rid of that. We get rid of that. We get rid of that. And that one. And that one. And that one. And we slide down. Okay. Okay, right. There you go. Distill phase. So at the start of the distill phase, I am going to swap, or I'm going to trade this canister that I didn't want for some mixed grains that I do want. Okay, and here we go. We've got 3 mixed grains, alcohol, which is counting as water, and turbo yeast. So I add 3 alcohol for that, plus 1 alcohol for the turbo yeast. 4 alcohol is going in, right? And these are going to get shuffled. And if 2 grains come out, we do not make whiskey. So we have put the odds in our favour. We have done what we can. We might still be unlucky, but let's go. Let's go and see what we get. My heart rate has gone up a bit. The bottom card is alcohol, so we're fine. Top card is mixed grains, which is fine. So we have made whiskey. Because it contains 2 grains and lots of alcohol, which is what it needs. And we put it in an ex-bourbon hogshead, and it is whiskey. And we age it because we can't sell it. But aging doesn't happen yet. So what we're now going to do is, before we age that, we're going to sell this. So this is my single malt Scotch whiskey, which is really nice. We're going to reveal the flavour. It tastes like coriander, smoky. So smoky coriander with a hint of peat. That's what it tastes like. Now let's work out the money. We're going to put it in a vintage decanter bottle. It's because I had to buy that. That's where my money went. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. We did it. We got 15. We only just did it. Wow. That was close. That was close. So we got 15 money, which is ka-ching to the goal, which means We're going to reveal these two. Oh dear. Oh dear. Oh dear, 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 dear. Houston, we have a problem. Cellar spirit containing no basic sugars. And cellar gin worth at least 10 points. Okay. Let's go back to this because it's not all over. It's not all over. Let's see how many points we get for this. We get 4 points, and I'm keeping that bottle for end of game scoring. 5 points. 6. 7, 8, 9, 10. And that's my signature card gone. 10. Alcohol goes back. Water, yeast. So it's 10 points plus the... Oh, it's not whiskey, is it? It's this. Plus 19. So 10 plus 19, plus it had 3 flavour cards on it, which is 6. So that's 29. 35 points. 1, 2, 3, 5. So 35 points. Oh, and 2 extra money as well for my single malt Scotch whiskey. Because that's what it was, and I've just sold it. But it had basic sugars in it, so I can't do that. In fact, I can't do that because I just did that. Okay, so that's gone. Those flavour cards disappear. I get to place this. Now, here's the thing. I'm going to put it here because there's a part of the game that we've not seen yet, which is this. So once per game, when you claim the leftmost bonus on your player board, which is this one, then you may also swap any 2 solo gold cards within the same row, even face down ones. So here's the thing. I can't do this, and I also can't do this. Okay? Because if I do that, I would need to make a gin, and I need to be making whiskey for the rest of the game. Otherwise, I can't do that. So, I need to swap some things around. So I'm going to get rid of this one, and I'm going to swap it with this one. And let's see what it is. Is the lag happening again? Sorry if it is. The money on the recipe. I got the money on the recipe. Yeah. Okay, right. We're flipping it over. I can do the rightmost. Cellar spirit with no basic sugars. I theoretically could. You're right. I could. It's going to be difficult to do, but I could. So we've got cellar spirit using 2 sugars of the same type. Fine. We can do that. We can absolutely do that. And I'm going to take 4 money. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. And then this gets aged. It gets 1 face down card. And then 1 card of my choice out of 2. Fishy or piney? Let's have fishy. Fishy whiskey. Okay, end of the round. We are done. We go to round 6. I need a drink. Market phase. So which one of these are we going to try and do? Cellar spirit using 2 sugars of the same type? Absolutely. We can sell this one. There's 2 sugars of the same type. That's really easy to do. Yeah, that's really easy to do. That doesn't seem that easy to do. I mean, there's 2 sugars there of the same type. So all I need to do is sell this and then that's done. Right, so our objective is simple. We need to just make whiskey for the rest of the game, which means we need some more barrels. That's exactly what we need. We need more barrels. We need 2 more barrels, 1 to make this round and 1 to make next round. We have the money, which is good, and there is no wooden barrels here, but we can swap, remember. I could buy the stainless steel barrel and just swap it with the wooden barrel. We could absolutely do that, but I think what I'm going to do is I'm first going to buy the barley, because we're going to need lots of grains. No more grains came out. That's a shame. Okay, so we're going to need some more grains. No turbo yeast has come out. No mountain spring water has come out. Okay, but if I take water, then we can have a look at this. Is it grains? It is. I'll buy it. So there's one card that I've taken. Could take another one. Could take another water. Yeah, why not? I'll take another water and reveal another card from here. And it's grains, so I'll buy that as well. Bargain. And then I will spend 4 to buy this stainless steel barrel that I have no intention of keeping. And there's an ex-bourbon hogshead again. I don't know whether we want that now, because... Oh no, it is going to get me extra points, because I'll sell it in the last round. So if this round I use this one, and then next round I use that one, yeah, this will work. I spend 7, I buy the ex-bourbon hogshead. Okay, there you go. End of the market phase. I took my 2 cards from the basic market. Could go for rum or brandy in round 7. Yeah, I kind of got myself focused on a strategy, hadn't I? You're right, I could have done. Yeah, I should have considered that as an option because there's no grains here. So rather than worrying and not buying grains, I could have just, as Richard said, bought another recipe and made something else instead. I've got my brain fixated on making whiskey. It's interesting because I imagine you would make different ones in a different game. Okay, anyway, we're done with the market phase. So, cycle the cards. We are removing these 2, that one, and that one. Let's slide them all down. 1, 2, 3, 2. Okay. Distill phase. Do we want to swap? I mean, I don't need to swap. But I'm going to swap at some point, so I might as well do it now before I forget. Right, we've swapped. Now we're going to do a thing. So 1 water's going in. That's going in, that's going in, that's going in, that's going in, and that's counting as yeast. So we've added in 1, 2, 3, 4 sugars. So 4 alcohol gets added in. Okay, and as long as there is 2 grains in this, we're all good. Water's come out, grains have come out. So we've made whiskey, which I'm going to put in the ex-bourbon hogshead, and it's going to get aged. It is whiskey, it is whiskey. Right, so that's going to get aged. We are now selling this one. So we are selling a spirit that has 2 sugars of the same type. Dink. So 1 money and 1 point. And let's see what we've got. What type of bottle am I putting it in? I'm just putting it in a normal glass bottle. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It smells fishy and woody. 7, 8. 8 money. But it's whiskey, so it's worth 10 points. 2 flavour cards. So that's 13. 14. 15. 15 points. 62. Right, the flavour cards go. My glass bottle comes back to me. The hogshead goes there. The alcohol goes on there. Turbo yeast in the discard pile. And now we are going to age this one, which means it gets a face down card and then one of my choice, which is either oily or vanilla. We're going to have vanilla because it's worth 3. Okay, so that has been aged. And that is the end of round 6. Round 7, market phase, last round of the game. As long as I... Oh no, I've got this. I've got this to do. Where do we want to put it? Do we want a free upgrade? Oh, I'm not sure about these now. Yeah, let's have a free upgrade and let's take the co-op manager. Because at the start of each round, add any one basic ingredient to your pantry. There you go. Ka-ching, fixed grains. We're done. Right, market phase. I have enough money. We need to make a whiskey. We have a wooden barrel. So we're okay. We just need grains and we need yeast. So I'm going to take a yeast, which gets me 1 money. I am then going to buy rice for 2. And I'm going to buy mixed grains as the second one. So we're done. But again, if I really wanted to, if I was that desperate, and to be honest, money isn't anything at the end of this game. You don't win this game by having money. I mean, every 5 money's worth a point. But I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to do the trick again. I'm going to spend 1 money to buy a plastic litre bottle, which I am going to exchange for another mixed grains. You can only trade 1. That's what I'm going to do. So I might as well spend 2 for a bottle. I might as well. You never know, a better bottle might come out. Nope. Okay. We're good to go. End of the market phase. Final rounds market phase, and we are removing all of these cards, that card and that card. Almost run out of cards. Okay, distill phase, I am going to swap this plastic litre bottle for some mixed grains. And now we're going to distill for the last time. We have 1 water, we have 1 yeast, I'm going to throw some extra water in, and I'm going to throw all of this in. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 sugars. So we add 5 alcohol. Okay, we're going to mix it all together. Very good, James. Do like your puns. Paul's played this game with spirit and distilled the rules very well. To be fair, and I am saying this objectively, the rulebook is very good. I don't often say that about rulebooks because, to be honest, in my opinion, a lot of rulebooks are not very good. This rulebook, the couple of questions that I had about it were actually answered in the rulebook. I just didn't read it properly enough. So yeah, the rulebook, congratulations to the team that did the rulebook. It's a good rulebook. And if you do buy the game, if you've forgotten how to play, the rulebook should help you learn it. I had no problems learning the game from the rulebook. And if you don't believe me, ask my Patreon supporters who watched a 2-hour video of me learning how to play the game from the rulebook. That was a behind-the-scenes video for my Patreon supporters. So there is video evidence of me learning the game without any external assistance from the rulebook. Anyway, I'm going to shuffle it one more time because I like shuffling. This is the last distilling of the game. Okay, that's a shame. There we go. We have made whiskey again. I'm going to put it in the wooden barrel, which is here. And now we go to the selling phase. So I am going to sell this whiskey in a carton bottle. I mean, that's ridiculous, isn't it? I'm selling whiskey in a carton bottle. There should be a law against that. Right, okay, so money. I get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Oh no, it smells like skunky vanilla. So I get 12 money for selling it. I get 3 points for the flavour. I get 10 points because it's whiskey, so that's 13. 14 because I'm selling it in Europe. 15, 16, 17, 18, 18 points. So 1, It's 80 points. So we're doing all right. Okay, I'm going to keep the bottle for end game scoring. I lose everything else. It's always painful losing one of these wooden barrels that cost me 7. It's crazy. Okay, and now I get to place this. Doesn't really matter. I'm just going to take 2 points at this stage in the game because this is the last round of the game. Okay? I am now going to age this whiskey, which just gets one of these 2 cards, but it doesn't really matter, but we're going to make it taste like nuts because at the end of the game, your aged things, we have collected 4 aged spirit labels, so we've done it, and we've scored more than 81 points. So we have won the game, but I am going to count up my final score. That was touch and go around rounds 4 and 5, wasn't it? So yeah, at the end of the game, you do get the points for every aged barrel, which is in here. You just don't get the money for it. You don't actually sell it. So it's worth, well, it's whiskey, so that's 10, 11. Yeah, 11 points for the whiskey, which was in there, 93. Also, end game scoring, I get 1 point for each of my vodka and moonshine labels, which was 3. They're normally not worth that many points, so that's actually really good. I have bottles from 2 different areas of the world, which is no points. And I get 1 point for every 5 money, which is another 3 points. 1, 2, 3. And I think we are done. Joseph's got to go, but he stayed around for the final scoring. I think we are finished. We've accomplished 1 goal on each row, and we have a total of 81 points or more. In fact, we got 99. If we just go back to what I was saying at the start, when I said there are 3 different types of solo game, the first type of solo game is where you just play a solo game and you count your score. And the third type of solo game is the one like this, where you have objectives. This is more the objectives, because if you don't do the objectives, you don't win. But I could say, I've done it on that difficulty level, and I scored 99, and I'm going to write that down. If I wanted to, I could try and play again and get higher than 99. To be honest, I think 99 is a pretty good score. Let me know if you've played this game solo, what score you got. Alternatively, as I mentioned, you can tweak the difficulty level. It's all in here. If you want to increase the difficulty level of the game, you use B goals in row 4 instead of the C goals. And if you want an even greater challenge, you use B goals here as well. So they've put customization in the game, which is always a plus point for me. Any game that has a solo mode where you just have one particular thing that you have to do, and then once you've done it, that's it. Yeah, this game has customizable difficulty. So you can customize it and make it as hard as you want to. If you have any questions about the game, go and check out the Kickstarter. The Kickstarter is running right now. Richard isn't allowed to answer the high score question. No, Richard, please let me know. I would like to know. Drop me a message privately. But let me know what score, the highest score you've got in a solo game. I'm sure other people would like to know. Andrew says he got up to 114, but he had some nicer objectives that combo together. Okay? But anyway, yes, I'm just going to have a look at the Kickstarter page while we're here and see if this crashes my computer. So Distilled, Kickstarter, and just see how it's going at the time of recording this video. 8 days to go. So it's currently raised in good old British money, £255,000. We have 4,831 backers. I think that's going to hit 5,000 backers by the end of the campaign. There are 8 days to go in the campaign. So if you like what you've seen here, then please consider checking out the Kickstarter. This was a sponsored video. Dave has sponsored me to create this video, which is why I'm not giving you a review of the game. I'm not giving you a personal opinion of the game. My job here is to show you how the solo game works for 2 reasons. The first reason is, if you've bought the game, you might be watching this video in a year and a half time, and you might want to learn how to play. That's what this video is there for. But also, this video is there for the people who are considering backing the game to see what the solo mode is here for. So my job is to give you an idea of how it plays so that you can make your own informed decision about whether it's the kind of game for you. Me saying whether I like this game or not shouldn't influence anybody. You've seen enough here, hopefully, and hopefully I've presented the game well enough for you to make a decision, about whether it's the kind of game for you. So, thank you very much to everybody for watching live. Thank you for Dave for asking me to create this video. Really appreciate it. Thank you for all of my Patreon supporters, as well as the sponsorship for these videos. Some of the videos I make are sponsored, some of them are not. I do rely on the support of my Patreon campaign to help fund the channel. So if you like the content that I create, obviously please give the video a like, subscribe to the channel. But if you are able to support me on Patreon, patreon.com/gaming rules. Much appreciated. That's everything. David's saying that I need to start again with a harder difficulty level. Well, we will see. I'm tempted to give it a go just to see how much harder it is, because I scored 99. I only needed to score 81. Yeah, we'll see. But changing these to a B is going to make it a lot harder. Right, we are all done for tonight. I'm going to go and grab my 4th shower of the day before I melt. Apologies for the technical issues. I think they're down to the heat. I don't quite know what's going on. I think the cables are melting at the moment because we're having a heat wave in the UK. But anyway, yeah, we're all done. Thank you very much for watching. Take care, everybody, and I'll see you next time.
Gaming Rules is proudly sponsored by Game Toppers, upgrading your gaming experience. Visit GameToppersLLC.com.